All right, we are getting ready to kick off today, day 3 of the high level prospecting part of our AI Profit Week. If you're tuning in for the first time, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm just getting these controls all set up here. So that way I got my screens locked in. I get you the information you need to take action. Um, I got to say, one of the most favorite parts about doing these lives is the amount of new people I get to meet every day. Always a new face, always somebody that sends a message or shares appreciation or just says, "Hey, man, I didn't really look at it like that. I didn't agree with you at first, but as I tried it, I so and so." Or, "Hey, have you thought of maybe sharing this with your audience? Or have you thought of this style?" Like the conversations that I get to have, I'm very, very grateful for. And I welcome you. If there's something that's working for you, let me know. Comment below. Find one of our older feeds. Tag me. Send me a message, whatever you prefer, whether it's in the Facebook group, in one of our live chats. I want to talk to you because when I talk to you, it takes your style, my style, and puts it into a new perspective to somebody who's not even close to where we're maybe at now. And that's the most important part. And that's exactly why Team High Level put this together, right? We put this together to make sure we can give you the action steps, you what you need to monetize your high level, to teach your staff how to monetize, but also maybe even start a business from scratch if you've been wanting to get rid of your 9 to 5 job. So you're in the right place. My name's JB, and I'm going to be here today, your coach, your guide, the person to help you walk through prospecting. What do I do? Where do I start? I'm not a fan of sales. What is the secret sauce? Well, I'll say this, there's no secret sauce. And I hope I don't break your heart here. I can't cook. So if you're looking for a special ingredient, I'm not your guy. But I will tell you that because I can't cook, I do study and I do observe and I do try to take dabs at it. And when I watch either my wife cook or family cook, I say, man, I got to do that one day. And when I need to do it, I get it done because I put my mind to it. And that's my ask of you. You may not be sales, you may not be a fan of outreach, but just focus, listen, and commit to yourself that you're going to at least try one or two things from what I share with you today and put it to work. Is that fair? Let me know in the comments if you're willing to take the challenge to try one thing today, one thing that you're not comfortable with, one thing that you're doubtful that it's going to work, and give it a shot today. Let me know in the comments. I'm just getting things here warmed up, and I am starting to see some comments roll in. I'm just going to share this on my feed here. And what's really exciting is that there's been a handful of folks here that have tons of tech questions. They have tons of questions around how do I set this up and where do I start and how much does it cost and what's next? Well, my partner here, Jordan, is going to put a link below to our Q&A. And our Q&A is headed up by our product team, Chase Buckner, Fur Patel, who's been helping amazing amounts of people here to get their AI up and running. And even the most additional partners that have been teaching our community, you can meet them, you can get to know them, you can ask your tech questions. Today is strategy. Today is sales. Today is implementation. Today is getting your first appointment, your first demo, your first sale. Those three things. First demo, first appointment, first demo, first sale. Type it below. I want to get my first appointment. I want to do my first demo. And JB, I want to get my first sale, man. Yeah, I'm paying for high level. I know the power of it. I understand what it could do. I see it for myself, but I want to get customers that I can collect, right? And give the value. I want to collect the value of money and I want to give the value of my strategy, my experience, and the tools. And I got your back. I got your back. So let's get into it. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. A lot of new faces here. Never met any of you here that are chiming in before, but I'm JB. I'm with our business development team at Higher Level, and my job is to serve you. My job is to make sure that if you're joining into a conversation we're going to have today, that you learn and you take this into action to get your first appointment, your first demo, and your first customer. And then you get to teach your team, whether it's your VA, whether it's your business partner, or whether it's a family member that just wants a chance to see what you do and to help you do it. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And we're going to get into day one of AI Profit Week. And the most exciting part here is this is a new concept that we created because of all the excitement and energy around the AI employee. Now, if you're brand new and just tuning in and you have no idea who I am, what I'm talking about, or what AI Profit Week is, let me bring you up to speed. Monday and Tuesday, we went in depth. We went in depth on how to go to market with this AI employee. And this AI employee is compiled of a bunch of important features within the high level suite that are powered by AI, whether it's AI voice, whether it's AI conversation, whether it's creating AI workflows, AI websites, right? All of these AI powered features are in the AI employee. And what I'm teaching and what I'm sharing with you is how do you productize this? How do you package it and go to market in your local area where people can see you, where you're familiar, and you can make relationships that can turn into referrals, that continue to turn into sales, right? And that's what I'm sharing with you, right? And now, as we get into this AI employee, there's a couple of things that you need to take advantage. One, you need a high level account. Now, the good news is that it's very easy to set up, right? But you got to click the link below. You got to register for the AI Profit Week so you get the replays. But also, when you register, you're going to get a special link to set up a free trial. You're going to set up a free trial so you can unpack the AI employee and use it. Now, when you get in there, that AI employee, there's no fee for you from now until December 31st. Right, from now to the end of December, there's no per sub account fee. There's no fees. And there's a special link below that goes all over the AI employee, the frequently asked questions, all of those important details for the product, the pricing, and the functionality. And I recommend, if you haven't yet, go to gohighlevel.com/AI, and you'll be able to see a bunch of information around what I just shared with you. Right? So there's a few links that are going to be down below. Jordan's going to do his best to answer those questions. You have some homework to do. If it's your first day here with me, you have to go back to day one and day two and rewatch those replays. And I want you to engage in either the Facebook page or the YouTube. And then today, when we're done with today, or while we're doing this, right? While we're doing this. And if you've got it in you that you can send out messages and put to work what I'm sharing with you this next hour and a half, well, then go ahead and do it and tag me, because I might just pull out the swag wallet and throw out some swag cash to the action takers. And if you like wearing swag and you enjoy, whether it's book bags or shirts, jackets, you let me know, because I got some swag bucks to pass on to those that take action, right? So with that being said, it looks like we got the chat here warmed up. We got folks from the tri-state area, Canada, Pakistan, California, we're moving. Israel, wow, this is great. This is my favorite part of what I get to do is I get to meet people all around the world, right? One of my favorite artists is Pitbull, Mr. International. Well, at this point, man, I got to find my international name, because the amount of friends that I get to meet within high level, I feel like I'm almost as competitive as Mr. International. Like, so that's the power of the high level software. The people you meet, the relationships you make, the actions you take, and the results you get, and the results you give, right? Let me know below if you're a brand new high level user, you're less than 30 days using high level. Let me know less than 30 days. And what do you love about it? What do you love about it in the last 30 days? If you're a high level user and you've been with us for 31 days to 3 months, let me know in the comments below. I'm 31 days in or 3 months, wherever you are in between. Let me know below. What do you love about it? What do you love about it? And if you've been with us for 3 months and a day, all the way to 1 year, let me know in the comments. I've been within this time frame. I've been a customer. I enjoy it. Let me know what you love about it. What's your go-to? When you open up high level, what's your go-to? And are you using this for your business? Or are you using this for your business and to sell to other businesses? Right? Are you selling this yet? Or are you here to learn how to sell it? Right? Because the tool is great if you're using it for a family member's business, if you're looking to start your own business, if you have an arcade, if you have a chiropractor office, if you have a med spa, if you are a plumber, if you have a tree company, like this thing works power. But today we're going to teach you how to help those industries receive the power. Receiving the power is great when you have the structure and the expertise to support it. And that's what my goal is today, is to give you the confidence and the strategy to go and give that to others to want to pay you. I want them to want to pay you. I want them to say, hey man, how much does this cost? I'm ready to go. How much does this cost? I'm ready to go. Look, in the comments below, comment below, how much does this cost? I'm ready to go. Comment below. We're going to put some positive vibes in the air here, because this isn't going to happen on its own. Right? Comment below. How much does this cost? I'm ready to go. Okay. And we got a fresh cup of coffee ready to go here. So if you got to run upstairs and get some water, put a cup of coffee in, text your loved one to make you a quick cup, you're going to need it. We're going in. We're going in. So today's agenda. Today's all about turning theory into action. Comment below. I am ready to turn theory into action, JB. JB, I'm ready to turn theory into action. Let's go. And look, if you don't want to comment below and you don't want to engage, that's fine. But I need some of this energy because I can't hear your voice. And I'm telling you, I have the sauce here for you today. I redid my slides 4 times. I got some sauce here for you today. Right? And the goal is to book. Here's the goal. The goal is to book 1 meeting using the strategies we practiced today. So in the comment below, number 1 goal, book 1 meeting today with what I learned. Book 1 meeting today with what I learned. This isn't just learning. This is all about doing. So my goal, your goal, is to book 1 meeting with what you learned today. And we're going to break this down on the how, using your mindset and the tools, and we're going to execute. So look, the most common mistake in prospecting is overcomplicating things. Right? That's the most common mistake in prospecting, is overcomplicating. Right? Because it's really simple. I mean, if you really break this down and you really start to take yourself out of your body, and this is what I do sometimes. This is an exercise I do. When I'm stressed out, I'm exhausted, I'm like, yo, this can't be it. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Right? Like everyone else is doing, what am I doing wrong? I literally imagine myself out of my body, looking at myself facing the computer. And I say to myself, what would be the advice I would give this person right now that's struggling? Because I know the answer, but I'm not taking my own advice. I'm not doing the appropriate self-talk to get it done. Right? Because it's simple. When you find the right people and you send the right message, you book the meeting. JB, it's simple. When you have the right message, right, and you find the right people, you book the meeting. But how do we start booking the meeting? How do we start finding the people? Like give me the formula. I'm gonna give it to you. You build a list. I want you to find 10 local businesses. I'm gonna emphasize this. And folks, I don't want, let me preface this, right? Because I want to really just make sure, because I don't want to get any heat. I don't want to get any heat. So let me just say this in advance. What I'm sharing with you is from me doing it, is from me understanding what it takes. It's from me. A little backstory here. See, most of majority of people were learning how to build funnels. Well, the majority of people were learning how to build funnels, joining groups, doing webinars, learning the stuff I feel like I wish I should have learned sooner, right? I was working for large print company that became a software company before software was cool. And my number one job was to make sure that the person that's paying for the yellow pages, I lift them up and I throw them to the cloud. That was my job, right? 2015, I got hired by a company, really big company. They just acquired another software company. And my job was, when I got hired, we're bringing you on to be part of a new hire team. And we want you to take all of our yellow page customers. We want you to give them, put your hand down. It's like them climbing a fence. Let them put their leg up, because they're not going to do it by themselves, and push them up into the cloud. And I'm thinking in my head, what do they mean push them up to the cloud? What are we talking about? What did I sign up for? This was before the cloud was cool. The cloud was real. So I learned how to push people up to the cloud. And I had to do it by going out into the field. So I had to get in my car, turn the key. I had like my laptop bag. Like it was like a police car almost. Like I had the laptop bag. I had the snacks, right? I had the seatbelt was on the bag. And I had to put my key in the car and turn it and drive to a list of businesses. Right, the list of businesses. So, okay, I had to drive, and they were yellow page customers. They were paying for the yellow pages. They were paying for the front cover of the yellow pages. They were paying for the half page of the yellow pages. And my job was to drive to them, right? Find parking, right? Finding parking, park my car, take a deep breath, look at their notes, and go in. And this is what I would say. Hey, how are you? John Bermudez. I'm with so-and-so. I'm here to discuss your yellow pages. Are you by chance? Oh, so sorry. No. No. I'm not here to sell you anything. No, you pay for this. No, sir, you pay for this already. This is like, you pay the company I work for already for this. I'm just here to handle your renewal. Oh, okay, no problem. Would you be okay if I came back tomorrow and we can review it? I mean, I have it here. I could show you your ad right now. Oh, okay, I could come back tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow. All right, sounds good. All right. Tomorrow too? Okay, I'll be back tomorrow too, right? And I would walk out and I'd say, what the hell did I sign up for? They did not tell me this in training. This is a customer and these people are yelling and all this stuff. What? And I got to get them to the cloud? I can't even get them in the book to sign their renewal. So everything I'm sharing with you is from doing it. That's where my passion, that's where my energy comes from. And I'll go more in depth. But I started out getting punched in the face by existing customers. Imagine that. You're getting punched in the face by people that pay you already because they don't know you and they don't want to be bothered. They just pay. Well, that was the story on how we transferred those paying paper customers to digital customers. So everything I'm going to share with you is from getting punched in the face multiple times, right? I got punched in the face and I had to go back in my car, right? Got in a car and backed out and hit the next one and dealt with the same thing until I found the cool one, because I started practicing. And then I had like my swag. Hey, how are you? Joe, right? Joe, pleasure, man. John B. with so-and-so. Look, I came by, I wanted to pop in. I was in the area checking out some other customers, getting them situated. But since I'm in the area, I wanted to introduce myself. Pleasure to meet you. Look, I was hoping if we can, whether it's tomorrow or Friday, I can go over what you're paying us for and share with you what we can do to make this better. I mean, get more money from what you're paying. Like, you're paying this, but we want to give you more money on the value, right? So you can keep paying it, but you also grow. What's a good time tomorrow? And that is where I started to get the light bulbs because I was practicing. I was practicing, right? I was practicing and I built this confidence. And it's like, right, I could do this all day now. Now I'm getting in the car, boom, boom, music on. Good. All right, what's the next one? Car dealership. I need a new car. I need to get a new car because this low car and bending down and I need a nice truck. So when I roll up, I can renew and get the growth and make the money and drive in style because I'm always on the road, right? That's how I started thinking. And I started thinking that way because I was getting customers to renew and I was growing their accounts and I was making more money. So I share all this, folks, because there's a path here. And this is the path. We got to get our practice in if we've never done this before. We're going to get into a little bit of a scuffle with the game of sales, and it's just going to make us stronger and better, right? And then we're going to start seeing success. We're going to feel great. Then our spending habits and our innovation and our thoughts is going to go higher and higher. And then this is the equivalent. I was like, I need a car because I'm always driving. Your equivalent is going to be, I need to hire a company to fulfill this for me. I need to hire a VA to handle my calls. I need to get more tools to give better service to my customers because you're getting customers and you're giving them what they want. So if this resonates with you, if you're starting to see the bigger picture, let me know in the comments. Does this message find you well? Does this help you understand why I'm coming at you the way I am, why I'm sharing my enthusiasm the way I am, why I love this the way I do, why I can't wait to go to the next slide as much as you? Let me know in the comments below. I got a little bit of a delay here, so bear with me. We'll get you caught up. I am going to look at your comments, and we're going to have a good Q&A today. We're going to have a great Q&A today, right? So don't think too hard about this, folks, because you're only going to set yourself up for failure, right? I can't be in your corner coaching you. I can't be in your corner pushing you. No one could be in your corner but yourself, your mental and your fingers doing action, right? So we're going to start building a list. We're going to find 10 local businesses in our area because we're going to walk in. We're not going to be behind the computer all day, folks. It ain't going to happen. That's not how you're going to grow any business. You got to get out a little bit. You got to stretch the legs. You got to feel good, or you're going to get stressed, exhausted looking at the screen. Okay? And we're going to use a couple different tools. No, you do not need the paid version of the stuff. So simmer down before you start upgrading to premium and you start, buying this and buying that. We're all talking all free right now. You're going to need to make sure you have a LinkedIn account that's up and running. Nice photo of you, your information. Make sure you're right, presentable. The second is your local Chamber of Commerce directory, the chamber that you could drive to, not the chamber that's 5 states down or five counties down, right? You're also going to need the prospecting tool within High Level. The free version's fine. The free version's fine. And with that free version, that connects right into Google. So that's going to connect into the Google API, and it's going to pull you the same results it would from Google. It's just that you don't have to go through Google and copy paste and all this other jazz. This is all included within the prospecting tool. It's easy. You put the business in, it pops up. Right? And then we need focus. We need focus on the action at hand. We need focus on our checklist. We don't need focus on perfection. We need focus on our checklist. So if you're with me, type in the comment, let's take action. Type in the comments, let's take action. So we're going to serve, we're not going to sell, right? We're going to serve, we're not going to sell. And the goal here isn't to sell high level as the tool, but for you to have enough practice and perfection with using it to show how your tool, your solution solves a real problem. How can you and the tool solve a real problem? That's the number one goal here. And instead of focusing on the AI employee itself, right? Because I know there's a handful of y'all. I am the same way too. So I'm not throwing any shade here. I get lost in the weeds on this tech stuff, folks. So I'm speaking from personal experience. Right? Before I got on this live, I ordered something that came in. I got 3 new screens. I got a new headset. I got a microphone. I got a new camera. Like my Amazon account is like, hey man, is this fraud? Because I love to get into the weeds on the tech stuff. Right? And if you're the same way, let me know in the comments. And if you are the total opposite, let me know as well, because we can learn from you. What do you do to stay out of the weeds? Right? And the goal here is not to focus on just the AI tool itself, the AI employee, but really to get great at explaining what it does. What problem does it solve? You got a missed call? No worries. This is going to answer it, and it's going to take these next 3 steps that you decide for it too. Right? Spending money on ads but not getting to them fast enough? Well, this is going to, give them an opportunity to contact you. Whether it's AI chat, inbound call, email, whatever you decide. Like, you get to customize this. And what's really nice is that we have an AI tool within all of this that does the hard work for you. It'll put together the strategy for you. And as you throw a little tech in your conversation and you throw a little, sales and what's in it for them, how much does it cost? When can I get started? Right? If that's what you want to hear from somebody, type it below. How much does this cost and when can I get started? Right? It's no longer how, it's when. JB, I love what this was my favorite line, y'all. This was my favorite line. And I'm not even sharing my screen. I was supposed to be sharing my screen this whole time. That's crazy. Right? My favorite line was, let me just make sure I'm sharing my screen here. Here we go. I got to move this up here because it wasn't even sharing. Right. My favorite line.
Hey, you're sharing the wrong screen, JB.
Let's see what we got here. Thank you. How about that? How about that, Jordan?
Yep, all good.
Appreciate it. Woo, I was like, man, who? That just, Jordan usually doesn't pop out like that. I was like, what was that? So, the best part about this is that once you get the practice and you really feel it and understand it, woo, you just get like this level of like, who's next? Right? Because then, for me, when people started saying, yeah, man, all right, like, so I've had some cool conversations with people, like local businesses. So like Tree Guy I met, right? Great guy, met him while I was at another company. We became great friends because we would have strategy calls, right? We would have strategy calls, and he would never even log in to the software then that I had sold him. But we meshed well. And he's just like, hey man, like, what's your thought on this? I'm like, look, you can go three different ways, right? Go three different ways. And he would love that. So we always meshed on strategy. He helped me as I was giving strategy. He'd put it to action. He'd share the result. I'm like, all right, that works. This is staying in my toolbox. Then I would go to like another business, like a retail shop, right? And just have a conversation like, hey, look, not sure if you know this. I used to call this like look, if my shoes are on tight, let me know. If I got toilet paper on the back of my shoe, let me know. I'd always make it about me, where like, look, if my my fly was down, let me know. Like I always throw something out that way so they know I'm not coming at them. And I said, look, I would want someone to let me know if I had toilet paper in the back of my shoe. But I don't know if you know about what people are saying about you on your Google profile. I don't know if you know that, because I'm cringing and I'm not even a customer. It's not even my business and I'm cringing. Do you mind if I like walk you through what they're saying? I could help you. I could actually help you with it. And look, to be honest with you, the amount of bad reviews you have on there, I'm more than happy to give you the formula and you give it a shot yourself. And if you say that it's too much time, I don't mind helping you. Like I actually I do this for a living. Right? I can help you with it, but I don't want to, like, I'm coming at you this way because I want you to know it exists. I don't know if you know it exists. And like these were the moments where I was genuine, and I'm like these people know that someone is saying they found hair in their food, or that like all these things. Like I don't think people know. And little did I know, the person that I shared that with had already put the blinders on for their business. They stopped. So JB, what does this have to do with prospecting? Well, in order to prospect, you got to know what you're talking about. You got to have a good series of stories and experience under your belt. Under your belt. And what do I mean by that? Well, as you get out the house, that's like a pain for some people. And I'm going to just say what it is. Like, you behind your computer all day ain't going to do it. That's why your mobile phone works. That's why you got a laptop. For God's sakes, go to a Starbucks and just get out with society. Because I promise you, you'll meet people that see you in the zone. Hey, what do you do? Hey, what's that shirt? Like, what does that mean? Like, wear your brand. Like, go to Printful. We have an integration. Order yourself some of your own swag. Put your hoodie on. Put your hat on. I know a lot of people, man. Like, I know a lot of high-level community customers. Like, they wear their brand for everything. Like, they own no other clothes but their brand. Right? They own nothing but their brand. They wear it all day. Like, I wear high level all day. I'm proud of it. Right? So I wear it. I used to wear my other brand that I worked for all day. Like, I was proud of it. When you're proud, show it loud. So now you're doing that. You're having conversations. That's what we got to solve, is getting conversations. Right? So as we move along here, let's talk some action. Right? Because I gave you some of the war stories that I experienced. I gave you some of how I got better at it. Right? But now I want you to do some. I want you, like, and again, look, don't take offense to this. Don't take offense to this. All right. If you know how to get new customers already, well, then help me help others. If you're here to show support, or you're just open, or you're learning about high level, like, I'm teaching people how to get from 0 customers to 1. Like, that's my goal today, is for you to get your first customer. And it's going to probably take you 100 conversations, or maybe less. But if you have 1 customer already, you have 5 customers already, you have 10 customers already, well, then join the conversation and share what you're doing. Share what you're doing, right? Add value. Because here's what I'll promise you. I promise you, if you got already 10 customers and you got a mastermind or you got a group, someone here is going to say, hey, man, you look like me. You're from my area. You sound like me. Hey, I would love to pay you for help, or I would love to be part of your group. Like, make friends. And I say that because I'm leading into this. Make business owner friends. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Business owner friends. And here's what I'll share this, y'all. I got to get better at this. It's day 3, so it takes me a while. So I do a 5-day challenge, and we have a format for the 5-day challenge, and I don't get too much in the comments because there's a lot of comments. But this format, and I have to remind myself. See, you have to remind yourself sometimes what you're doing and why you're doing it. I have to remind myself that this format that we did was to be interactive. So I'm gonna go back to some of these comments here, right? While you're typing business owner friends, right? Tim, I see you, right? Paul, tuning in from Winnipeg. Omnipresence Marketing, thank you. I appreciate your compliment. Thank you, right? Tim, Tim is funny. Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate that, Tim, right? Sean, let's take action. Like, we got people here that want to learn and care. Like, if you see people's name here, folks, like, add them as a friend. And if they don't accept you, don't take it personal. Do not take it personal, because not everybody accepts everybody, but send them a message. I resonate with you. Tag them. I resonate with you. I agree. Right? I agree. Alan Thompson. Alan Thompson in the building, right? USA Web Reviews. We got a lot of great people here, man. A lot of great people here. So it looks like everybody is here, is ready to take action. We will be doing this. We're always evolving, right? You're evolving. I'm evolving. We're all evolving. But business owner friends is what keeps us evolving. Let me go in the comments below, right? Because I want to get this into like a Zoom room one of these days where we could all actually talk to each other. But I'm looking at the comments here. What does business owner friends mean to you? What does business owner friends mean to you? When I say to you, you got to go make business owner friends, what does that mean to you? And why do you think I'm asking you to make business owner friends? Because I promise you, it will all make sense here as we go through this. Why do you need to make business owner friends? And why do you feel business owner friends, right, is something I'm asking you? Like, why do you think I'm asking you to make business owner friends? What's the end result we want? Paul, your network is your net worth. Dan, business partners. Frank, business owner friends, 33 locations, local 5-star pros. Right? We got some good answers here. Yeah. Your network's your net worth. They're business owners. They understand your problem. Business owner friends understand your problems, right? There's a commonality, right? The gap is here, though. The gap is you're a digital agency business owner. They're a tree service business owner, but you both still have responsibilities to handle. You both still need leads. You both still need business. You both still need to pay your bills. You both still need referrals. You both still need referrals. You both still need friends. You both still need people you could talk to that's going to understand you. Now, JB, with business owner friends, then how do I make customers out of that? Well, I want you to look at your phone, right? And if you are the type that gets a new phone every new release, is it because, right, you just like to be up to date? Do you use it to your maximum that you overload your space with photos and text and storage, right? Or do you just like to be part of the winning culture, right? New phone, new growth, I'm in, right? I got the iPhone 35, I'm in. The Galaxy 300, I'm in. Why? Because it's part of your credo. It's part of your winning mentality. Well, you want to be around other people like that. And that's exactly what we're going to attract. And that's exactly our goal, because we're not going to look at people like dollar signs. Heck no. We're going to look at people as ways to help and opportunity to give and receive. So it all starts with what worked for me. I'm going to share what worked for me. I'm going to share what worked for me, and you tweak it. Like, this isn't like a copy paste here, folks. My personality and yours is different. Where I'm at and you're at is different. Our styles are different. Our service offerings, we're all different in our own way, but the concept isn't, right? So let's talk about SMS. Why SMS? Now, before you start throwing at me A2P and rules and regulations, I know that they all exist, right? I know they all exist, and you need to follow the rules and you need to follow the regulations. But I want to talk about why the method of SMS for communication, right? It's quick and it's direct. It cuts through the noise. I want you to type in the chat, SMS cuts through the noise. Here's why. Most people check their SMS immediately. Most people check their SMS immediately. Most people don't even check their voicemail, even though you leave it. I got excited about voicemail when iPhone released this like sneak and listen approach where you could like listen into the voicemail while they're leaving it and then you can interrupt it. But then I stopped doing that because I didn't like I don't want to if I don't know your number, I'm not answering. That's the culture we live. If I don't know your number, I'm not answering. Right? But people do answer the phone. Right? So I always say, like, when I do leave a message, right? I'll say, hey, it's JB, it's John Bermudez. Obviously, like I'll have a conversation. Obviously caught you at a bad time. Save my number in your phone so when I call you back, it pops up and you answer. John Bermudez, blah, 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 blah. Talk to you later. And then I send a text, right? Like that's just my flow, right? And younger business owners, especially younger business owners, they're on their phones. The younger business owners on the phone, like if you have somebody that's telling you, oh, I couldn't find my phone. My phone wasn't near me. Your phone wasn't near you for 5 hours? Really? You must have been at a theme park in the jungle or wherever. But if you run a business, your phone is near you within at least an hour, right? It's just that the phone wasn't near me or your message wasn't that important to me at the moment because I'm running my business or I'm running this, I'm doing that, and I couldn't get to you, right? So those little excuses, people are conscious, they don't want to hurt your feelings, but like look, like read through the lines, you just wasn't that important to them at that moment, right? So sending out blanket SMS messages doesn't work. At least it didn't work for me and for a handful of people that I've talked to and have helped. But sending SMS messages works. So which one is it, JB? Sending SMS or don't send them SMS? What it is don't send SMS cold. Send it when you're in the lukewarm stage. What does that look like? Well, let's say I send a message here to Ron. Ron is in, let's say Ron Gibson, me and Ron. We're gonna role play here, Ron. Ron is in the Facebook group. We're in a Facebook group for our local town, right? And Ron is asking, hey, does anyone know a good driving school? And I'm like, I gotta, I mean, I Google it. Like, and like for me, this, like, I never really understood this. Like, go to Google. Why are you asking a Facebook group? Whatever the reason is, it is. But I'm a marketer, all right? I enjoy meeting people. And if I can earn a living meeting people and enjoying it, I'm going to do it. So I see Ron, I'm in the Facebook group. And let's say I tag one or two people that I know that have driving schools. Now, if you don't know, give them a solution, right? Walk them through. Hey, what you can do, give them a screenshot. Just share value. Now, JB, that takes time. Well, everything takes time, right? JB, that takes time. Why would I share a screenshot in the chat or what? Like, I'm not a concierge. I get it. But if you're in a Facebook group, and that Facebook group has legitimate business owners or legitimate people where business owners respond, well, then if it's your town or it's near your town, right? If it's in your town or near your town, well, you should be involved in that conversation. Because here's why. If you're involved in your Facebook group town's conversation and you are responding and you're not trolling and you're not being rude or you're not posting, things that'll piss people off, you're going to make some virtual friends. And those virtual friends will say, hey, what do you do? Or you'll introduce, well, this is what I do. Or you'll share indirectly, hey, y'all, if you know anybody that needs help with their business, I'm hosting a workshop online. I'm hosting a workshop in my private, whatever it is, you're starting to place nuggets of education. And that only happens when you're in the Facebook group and people know you, they like you, and trust you. Now you're probably asking, JB, what does that have to do with SMS? Well, once I am building a relationship in my local Facebook group, I can then start to add them as my friends. Add them as my friends. I could start seeing what they say and what questions they ask. Now I can continue the conversation with them. And then they start talking about me when I'm not around. And they typically talk about me when I'm not around when someone's asking in the Facebook group, hey, does anybody know anyone that builds websites, that helps with reviews, that A, that B? Y'all see where this is going? Y'all see where this is going? Comment below. Let me know if this concept of now I have the permission to make friends and send the SMS because they know, like, and trust me. I may not know, I don't know Ron Gibson personally, but we're virtual friends like we are right now. Love it. Keep it up. Man, I appreciate you. Man, thanks for engaging, right? Like now, like we have this bro culture, this cool, giving dap and fist pumping, right? Because we respect each other. I respect his engagement. He respects my training, my content, right? You ever go into like a room and you say something and like no one listens, like no one responds? Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, how's everybody? How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm good. Like we gotta talk to people, not at a whole bunch of people. And as you start to make these little relationships, that's where business owner friends comes in, and now you make virtual relationships. Now, here's the great news, folks. Within your high level, you have a phone number. You don't have to give them your personal cell phone, folks. You don't have to, but you got to attend your business phone number. And now you could even use a sub account for just networking, for just relationships. Right? Like you could just swap your sub account. Boom. Now got my phone. I'm talking. Now they're calling you. Now you know when they call that number, it goes to your high level. You pick it up. Hello. Hey, bro, what's going? And you got everything here. Some people will go buy a cell phone. I'm saying just create a sub account. Don't buy a cell phone for your business. Create a sub account and run your business. Right. And now I start adding more business owner friends. Right. So, action step, join a Facebook group, engage, add them as a friend with the goal of getting to know them and saying, hey, if you ever need anything, here's my number. Feel free to, if you know anyone needs any help or if you need a hand with something, my number, or you put your number. Like some people have like a digital business card they send out with their phone number on it. How many of you have a link tree? Let me know in the comments below. Do you have a link tree? Do you have your digital business card on your phone within high level, like that you could share? Do you have that? Or do you just have a calendar link? What do you have that if someone says, hey, let's connect. Yeah, man, here's my digital business card. Or here, I'll send you my card. Or hey, here's my link. Pick a time that works for you. I'm pretty open. What do you have to continue that next conversation? Because here's the problem. People think prospecting means cold calling till you turn blue, yelling and screaming and ringing bells. No, it's strategically making business owner friends. Now, for those of you that have not heard of a link tree or any sort of like, so basically it's like a mini website, one pager. If you go into high level and you go to the websites, there's a template for link trees. It's, skinny. It looks like a bookmark. It's like, I'm dating myself here. It's like a bookmark, little bookmark, little heading. It's got like your photo. You could put a photo, your phone number, your little the buttons. It gives you buttons. I feel like I'm in charades. Buttons. No, it's a little, yeah. You have any questions? Comment below. Jordan, I don't mean to throw a bunch of Linktree questions your way, man, but I could put a little FAQ and show them if they need to. But yes, you need like a digital business card, something to share, something to give people options to like on their availability. Oh, let me reach out. Right? Cool. Let me get back to sharing my screen here. Got the right screen. Sweet. So, what do I say on the SMS? Right? Ron, it's JB from the so and so Facebook group. I didn't realize you had a business yourself. Would love to show you a few things that I think could help you grow your business or get new customers. Like be a little bit more specific. Let's say for example, Ron owns a tree service company. Hey Ron, I didn't even realize that you have a tree business. I didn't even realize. Ron, I didn't even realize you had a tree business. I tried Googling it. Could you tell me more? Right? I just switched it up like 3 or 4 times. And what does that mean? Why did I switch it up? Because my thoughts are processing. I know Ron a little bit better right now. Right? Like the RG, I know him right now. So I want to help him. Right? William owns a chiropractor office. Well, he doesn't, but William Breeden, you're going to be the chiropractor right now. Hey, Doc, didn't realize you had a chiropractic office in town. Would love to learn a little bit more about your story. I'm putting some ideas together to spotlight businesses. Would this be something you'd be open to chat about? Would love to talk to you about it. Like, okay, let me redo that one again. Hey, Doc, didn't realize you had a chiropractic office in town. Would love to have you on our next podcast or on our next spotlight session talking about, right, sports and back pain. Like I'm not saying you gotta start a podcast tomorrow. I'm not saying you gotta make up stuff. No, you have to find your lane. What is your lane? What could you give? What stage could you stand on? So I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example here. When I want to meet somebody in the high level community that I want to help, I want to invite them to share their story. I want to learn from them, but I also want our community to learn from them. My stage that I get to invite people to and the honor of teaching on and sharing is our spotlight sessions. So I'll reach out. Hey man, love what you've been sharing in the group. Would you be open for us chatting about how we can have you join our spotlight sessions and share your story with new high-level users around this particular topic? And they're like, yeah, man, cool, for sure. Right. And then that's my avenue. Now, that avenue is not one that I created myself. I just took ownership of it and I embraced the benefit and the value it gives. And I passionately talk about it and share it and invite people to it because I have the honor of doing so. And that's what you need to have for your business, whether it's for you or your VAs or for your partner, your spouse, whomever is with you in your journey. You both have to, or all three, or whomever needs to create this avenue of engagement. All right, we're going to have our private Facebook group. We're going to manage it. We're going to invite people to it. We're going to share value. We're going to do a once a month newsletter where we showcase all the local businesses in town and we partner with the chambers and showcase the chambers of commerce in town. And our biggest time is around the holidays because we're going to do a food drive. Like you get to pick this fun, but also giving back mentality to others, giving them a stage, and you get to facilitate it. And then the SMS is easy. Then the email outreach. Like you get to like you have to have a good reason to interrupt somebody, right? Let me know in the comments below, right? What's your take on it? Now, I want to talk about those. So I'm going to go back to my slides. I want to talk to you about for those that don't want to do that. JB, I don't want to do that type of format. I just want to reach out to people, man. Like, I just want to, no problem. So let's talk about that. So let's talk about the hook here. Emma, I noticed Emma's Flowers is growing fast. I see your reviews. I see all the great things people are saying in the Facebook group. I have a quick question for you. How do you handle calls and inquiries when things get busy during the holidays? Emma K. Emma thinks I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Let me know in the comments if I'm frozen for you. Right? But I'm going to use Emma K as my florist example. Emma, I noticed that Emma's Flowers is growing so fast. I remember when I saw you guys on the chamber site announcing your grand opening. Right? How are things going for you? And now we're engaging in a conversation, right? Make it personal, folks. If you can't find a way to make it personal, you're just another random message. You're just another message. And I want you to get personal, and I need you to figure out how to get personal. How do I get personal, JB? Google their business name. Look up their website. People leave clues about their business. Personalize their business and what they're doing in town. And you can build upon that. People want to feel like they're just not another dollar bill. Right? Here's the sauce. How many of you want the sauce? Let me know. Share the sauce in the comments. Here's the sauce. Don't just fire off generic text messages. Tailor it to what they do. If you know they run a coffee shop, mention something about their coffee shop. If you know that they donate, mention. If you know that they coach the Little League team, mention it. If you see their sign, mention it. Here's one thing I used to do to get personal. And this is where the power of local kicks in, folks. And I know you're gonna start throwing tomatoes at me. I know it. I'm gonna have to start ducking soon here. I know it. I get it. I'm okay with it. But here's why. Because a handful of you are gonna follow my recommendation and you're gonna get wins. And you're gonna share those wins. Right? But here's where getting personal became organic. I'm in the supermarket and I look down at the cart and it's a realtor's picture. Okay. They must have spent like at least $600 a month for that. I took a picture of it. Going down the aisle, right? I'm all around. I see a local what do you call it? A local table with somebody asking for Girl Scout cookies. And it's got so and so supported by so and so agency. Let's call it insurance agency. Take a picture of that. Right? I leave the supermarket, right? I'm good, I'm done. And I get in my car. I then go, oh, I gotta go to Wawa, or I gotta go to the gas station real quick. I go to the gas station. I park my car, get some gas. I go into the actual store. On the right-hand side, there's like a little stand, and it's got phone books, phone books. It's got local newspaper. It's got a sports book where they have like all the sports teams. I grab them all, take them with me. My wife gets so upset. Why are you bringing all these books? There's bugs on you. No, honey, please just follow my lead. I'll leave them in the car. I bring that. Used to get like the town newspaper because the town newspaper is different than the regular newspaper. I don't even read the newspaper anymore, to be honest with you. If you used to get the newspaper delivered to your house, let me know in the comments below. If you used to get the newspaper delivered to your house, let me know in the comments below. If you still do, let me know in the comments below. But what I would do is I would go through these local town free newspapers and I would grab some pictures and then I would reach out to the business. Hey, I saw your flyer here. And then I look like, bro, you guys are killing it. You guys got to be killing it. Right? People just want to compliment, man. People want to compliment. Compliment goes a long way. Right? Go ahead and give someone a compliment today. Right? You see someone posting some value on your feed. I really liked that post. It resonated with me. Like it hit home. Appreciate what you be sharing, man. Keep it up. I really liked your perspective on how you shared. Thank you. Right? Like, that goes a long way for people. And you have a handful of people like, oh, that's fake. That's AI. Great. That's okay. Because you're not just sending messages to them, you're sending them because you care. You're immersing yourself in being genuine, and you immerse yourself being genuine. It may be easier for some than others. For others, it's hard. It's like being an introvert and you putting yourself out there. Like it is hard. It's not that you're not a people person. You just don't like talk to everybody, right? Well, not everybody just gives compliments to everybody. So you need to genuinely embrace this process to help people see the value in themselves. And you will be the facilitator of that positivity. And if you're local, they'll know you. That's the important part of all this. But JB, what does it have to do with prospecting? Prospecting plus people equals profit. Let me know. Type in the comments below. Prospecting plus people equals profit. Triple P. Prospecting plus people equals profit. Because you got to put in to get out. Who do you think you are? People are just going to call you out of nowhere and say, hey, I need a website. Not if you're not paying for ads, they're not doing that. Not if you're a big company, they're not doing that. Not if you have hundreds of customers, right, that are talking great about you, they're not doing that. But if you prospect to help and get to know people, you'll make business owner friends and they'll become customers of yours because they want to work with people they know, like, and trust. So as we continue on here, this is how we start to turn likes into leads. And that's how you know this is going to get juicy here because I'm putting sleeves up. Right? This is how we turn likes into leads. This is how we turn comments into private conversations. This is how we get people to support us. This is how we get people to have our back. This is how we get people to be in our corner. Not by spamming them, not by throwing offers, irresistible offers at them all the time. What the heck is an irresistible offer if I don't know who the heck you are? What is an irresistible offer if I don't even know who you are? Here's my irresistible offer. If you buy 15 tanning sessions today, by the time this call is over, I will give you 15 free. You buy 15 tanning sessions from me today, I will give you 15 free. That's my irresistible offer. I don't go tanning. I don't care. Your offer sucks. What do you mean my offer sucks? I'm giving you 15 sessions if you pay for 15. How does that suck? What do you mean you don't go tanning? What good is it? I will give you a free coaching session plus 5 hours extra coaching session on how to do backflips. Never heard before. One session is $5,000. I'm going to give you extra. That's my irresistible offer. So you got to know your audience. My friends, you got to know your audience. It's not about just the offer. It's about the relationship. The relationship starts with the prospecting. The prospecting, you make friends with people. You learn about people. And then they say, what do you have to sell? What does it cost? And how do I get started? Comment below, what does it cost? And how do I get started? Like, that's what you should be leading people to ask you. What does it cost? Sounds great. What does it cost? When can I get started? So, JB, how do we do that? I want to do that. Well, I'm going to give you the slides. All this, I'm going to give it to you, right? I'm going to give you the slides. I'm going to make them available to you, but you still got to do the work. So here's how you turn likes into leads. Who's got Instagram here? Comment below. I have an Instagram and I use it. I have an Instagram and I use it. Comment below. Let me know if if you enjoy Instagram more than any other social media platform. That's what I need you to do then. I need you to make an Instagram story, right, with a poll, and then I need you to engage with those people that engage with your poll, right? Because if think about this, you have 1,000 people that follow you, maybe with the algorithm, maybe 150 people look at your story, and 3 people, 4 people, 10 people engage with your poll, and then 2 people comment, like send you a message from your poll. Well, those 2 people they want help. Those 2 people want help. I'll tell you that. If I had 100 people see it, if I had 10 people participate in the poll and 2 people sent me a message, those 2 people want help. They want to talk. They want to get to know you. They want to get involved. Give them what they want. Give them the attention and the help they need. Because here's the thing, social media is powerful when you use it strategically. So for Instagram, you use polls. It's not going to be your secret sauce that only you do polls. And this is one mechanism, right? This is one plate spinning. The second plate spinning is LinkedIn, right? I got 2 plates spinning. LinkedIn. What am I going to do? I'm going to go on LinkedIn and I'm going to type in the search bar, right? Profession and my city state, right? And that's going to show me a list of, right? A list of CEOs in my city state. Business type, tree service in my city state. Owner of, chief operating officer. I mean, people put different titles. So like one title doesn't do it all. Everyone's got a title for themselves, right? And you got to just like you got to like use a general title and you hone in. All you need is 5 people to reach out to. I don't need you to upgrade your account and send 100 spam messages, right? Just send one message, and you're local. So make sure your profile resembles your local. You ever go to like I have some friends that are at a big event, and it helps. They're getting connected, right? And they have them dancing and jumping around and disrupting attention. And if you know the event I'm speaking about, you probably have some friends that are there too, right? But I'm on the feed and I'm seeing the feed. They're like, yeah, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, why? What's the reason for that? Because it's a state of mind. It's a change of mindset. It's bringing out this energy. And prospecting isn't something that is going to happen through any sort of by accident or spirituality. Absolutely not. It's just reaching out to people with a purpose, with being genuine. And sometimes you need to get in that mood. Sometimes if it's to be, it's up to me. Type it in the comment below. If it's to be, it's up to me in the comments. And what does that mean? That means if you're going to start prospecting today, don't prospect when you're pissed off. Don't prospect when you're pissed off. Tip one, I learned that the hard way. Tip two, be in the best state of mind and ask yourself, am I prepared to help people with one of their biggest problems that I'm good at? Am I prepared to help people with one of the biggest problems that I know I can solve? And am I willing to take the time and share and show them how I could solve it? And if you take this mentality portion, this self talk, go in the chat self talk. Go in the chat and type in self talk. Self talk, I learned very later in life, is what you say to yourself that you would maybe say to someone else to help them out. And you have to earn and learn self talk as you are experiencing problems that you either witness or you are going through yourself. And as you ask for help and you receive wisdom, your self talk gets better. Your self talk gets better. Now, there are exercises to train your mind and to put you in a positive mindset, in a happy-go-lucky energy, because that's not natural for everybody. I'm naturally, crazy. I'm naturally wild. I'm naturally, let's go. Like I'm just blessed where that's me naturally. But to others, are like, yo, this guy's too much. That's just me. So I have to tone it down and I have to balance and I have to read the room. You'll have to do the same, but you might be the opposite. You might have to be the more positive thinker because the person you're talking to or working with, man, I spent $1,000 on ads. These stupid marketers robbed me. Everyone's claiming they're blah, 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 blah. Well, if you agree with them, then you're not getting no business. Your job is to disrupt them and give them a mindset of bigger and better because I have the tool to help you. That is the balance. That's where self talk comes in. Now, how does self talk, prospecting all come together? Well, as people are sharing their frustration on social media, as people are sharing their frustration at events, as people are sharing their frustration with their friends and family, and they're asking for help from others that are by chance like you, well, you can go in there and be the solution. Now, what's the solution? Don't you say it's the AI employee because they're going to end up kicking you out. All right. It's understanding what your tech stack, your white label, your gray labeled, if you're an affiliate, high level, what do you have the privilege, the energy, the superpower of understanding how to use, and how could you help others receive that benefit? I'll tell you a quick story here. Before I even knew what high level was, I would see these graphs. Like, where is that? Like, what is that? Everyone's got this graph. And I would like get softwares and I would sign up for trials and stuff to try to find this graph. And I could never find this graph, right? And then one day, this Google feature came out where you could take a screenshot, or maybe it's been out and I just figured it out late. But I ended up figuring it out. And I'll say I remember seeing this one young lady. She'd always have her hands in the air, and it was just pointing to arrows. And I'm like, I didn't understand like what exactly that meant because I was in a corporate software role. I didn't understand or know these tech stacks that are out there that marketers were doing. See, I didn't grow up in that marketing era of building landing pages and funnels. I grew up in the corporate era of helping business owners that it wasn't just about what they're doing is where they want to go, and they weren't tech savvy, and they were paying for print, and they wanted to like get techie, and like they needed an expert to like do it for them. Like most, if not all of my customers, I did all the work for them. Like I would sign them up for the software, but then I would like do their email campaigns. I would send their Facebook posts. I would create their Facebook posts. I would send their emails. I would create their newsletters. I would send their text blasts. Like I was doing everything for them, and they were just paying the company that I was working for $200 a month. But I was doing the legwork because I wanted them to be sticky. See, when you care about people, it's the ego of, man, I don't want to have a bad name for signing this person up and then they talk crap about me. Like I want this to work for them because I know if it works for them, they'll start to do it themselves. So that was like my mindset. I'm going to help them get started and show them. And then what I noticed was they started doing it themselves. They started getting their staff involved, right? Because I was working with business owners with like staff, but they were not techy as the owners. I was talking to the person that signed and give the credit card. They were not the daily active user. They were just the pay person that paid, the name on the contract. So I started to figure out I need to get a hold of the person that's going to use this. And that's where I started learning the strategy that I'm sharing with you all. That, okay, the owner that pays is not my customer. It's the person that's using this every day that's my customer. I need to teach them how to use this. And that's how I got good at what I did. Now, I missed out on landing pages and funnels and hacking funnels and funnel this and landing. I missed out on that. But I was, while you were doing that, maybe you're that type of, maybe you're that part of that era. I was building websites from scratch for my customers in my way with a software that was similar to what you were using, just a different name. The concept was the same. Give people results that know, like, and trust you and give you money. So I need you to understand that's the end result for us. The prospecting gets us close to serve. We cannot serve unless we talk to people, call them, and make friends. So that being said, JB, what does that have to do with what you've just shared? Well, you got to put yourself out there. And you put yourself out there by asking questions, by creating engagement, by making friends that are business owners. And you do that either on Instagram stories, LinkedIn, Facebook, to mention short. But you got to be in all three of these at the end of the day because you need those plates spinning, right? You ever go to a circus and you see, someone just, juggling one? Nah, it's not fun. They juggle two. Oh, okay. All right. Now we're juggling two. They're juggling three. Oh, now we got, okay. Well, and then they throw one under the leg. All right. Now we got, then they, oh, got four. Now we're juggling four balls. Okay, great. Oh, now they're riding a bike and they're juggling. Like you gotta that's what you gotta do to get stand out. You gotta put yourself out there. And you can't do it just being on Facebook. You gotta do it by being local and on different social media platforms. William, I see you, man. I'm on Bustelo Coffee. Bustelo. I'm not sponsored by them. I just grew up on that type of coffee, and it's great coffee. Right? And it's a mindset, the coffee and the mindset. We're on to something here. So, all right, JB, I get it. I don't have to be hype and crazy, wild and loud. Absolutely not. But what you're telling me is that I need to put myself out there and be the conversation starter. And I could do so from my house by joining Facebook groups, by being in the circle of smaller to medium-sized business owners. Now, this also applies if you want to go big fishing. If you want to be with franchise owners and you want to go with enterprise, you got to play in their pond. Same concept though. Like if you want, I know people in this high level community that they are working with some of the top franchises, right? And those franchises are using high level. And they got those franchises. I mean, they didn't just get high level directly. They got high level through the person that uses high level for their business. And then they brought those people under their account and they helped them use high level, right, to grow their business. And now the difference is that franchise owner, they didn't meet them in a Facebook group. I won't say that. They met them at the franchise show that travels around the world because the franchise owner was either brand new at the time, had a table, or the VP of franchise operations, the team, whatever it was, they clicked together and they became partners. And that's the key. They said, hey, man, you trust me, I trust you. Let's do this together. And that is the power. Now, they fished in a different pond than the small business local family group, right? They fished in a different pond. And that's the key here. So, what pond do you want to fish in? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to work with small to medium sized businesses where the benefit is it's in your local town? There's different businesses you could work with, right? It's a little bit more of a easier, quicker foot in the door. Do you want to work with franchises that you enjoy having long relationships and putting in, the follow-ups and going after, the bigger fish, right? The mahi-mahis. You want to go after mahi? You could do that, right? Or do you want to go after the whales and the sharks? That's the key, right? And the goal here is to know who your audience that you want to work and talk with and jump, get in the water, right? Have those conversations. So let's talk about the local relationships. In-person meetings are effective with the right opening lines. For example, when you mention how many calls the business might be missing and you offer to show how to capture that revenue, right? You start to disrupt the mindset. You start to show them a little bit bigger and better what's available. So I want you to start crafting your opening lines. I want you to start crafting what is your go-to when it comes to how you start your conversation. And you start to get really good at it because you'll have your white paper, right? You'll have your sheet. You have your sheet there, right? Your sheet is important. And I'm just going to check something here because